pulling back the curtain with Vinny Ali. This is a different approach we're going to try with it. My sound engineer, Amir Matuk, is actually on vacation at the moment, so we're going to do this a little bit different. As you can see, we're in a different studio space than normal. We have a different setup. We're just going to see how it goes. So today we're going to talk about the importance of having balance in your life. I'm very bad at it. I really am. And for the past 7 years or so, I've been in the mindset of I'm conscious. I need to make money. I need to get out there and go make as much money as I can through my various avenues, as it were. I work for a company, customer service. I also do delivery service. I do landscaping for DPHO Landscaping, and of course, voice work, acting, and such. Well, when there's work. I've been reading this book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, and it's about doing things like being proactive, putting the end in mind. But my favorite one is called Sharpening the Saw. So your neighbor's out back, and he is trying to saw down this old tree, and he's just at it just for hours, like saw, 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 saw. And you get so frustrated, you say to him, hey man, if you take, 10 minutes to sharpen the saw, it'll get done a lot faster. Your neighbor says, what the hell are you talking about? If I do that, it's never going to get done, dummy. So the point is, if you don't take time to recharge, to take some self-care time for yourself, add some balance to your life, you're going to burn out. And that's not okay. In this day and age, we're told that being busy means we're being productive. But are we? That question was posed to me when I was on my doom scrolling moments, like most of you are. Just because you're busy doesn't mean you're being productive. And just because you are out there making money all the time means that you are wealthy or fulfilled as a person. That's one thing that we all struggle with defining and figuring out. What it means to be successful, what it means to be fulfilled as a person. And I think that we all stand to take a moment to sharpen our saw. For me, sharpening my saw includes spending time with my family, going for walks, reading, journaling. I do a lot of journaling. And lately, I've been really learning how important it is to get your thoughts out on paper, because when you do, it makes them less scary and more manageable. And to me, that's very important, to be able to manage the distractions and problems, and not so much problems, but the solutions that you can attain yourself. I have a vision board. It's nothing too special. It just has quotes that I follow, and one of my favorites is be a part of the solution, not the pollution. And the pollution is the problems and the challenges and distractions that come our way. So it's important to remember what's important in your life. I know I'm being very repetitive, but it seemed important. I've been putting up getting a haircut for months because I was worried that I wouldn't have enough money for groceries or what have you, because getting haircuts is expensive. But I realized that having the long hair, it was just very frustrating. And it just made things more pollution instead of solution oriented. So I bit the bullet, got a haircut, and I feel much better. It still, takes the time to grow in nicely, but I'm happy about it. So, folks, the solution is to find your solutions to your pollution, which is inside of you. Yeah, I've been just really reaffirming and realizing the importance of it. The other day, I was hanging out with my mom, and what was nice is we actually talked like adults for once. And she shared with me a lot of information. And oh, Also, apparently I was misled into thinking my mom actually helped raise my uncle and my aunt. She didn't. She was actually just normal. Her parents would actually just they lived in the grocery store together, and I thought, mom and dad went to the grocery store to work, and my mom would just raise the kids, but that wasn't the case apparently. So I have to redact that. Sorry, my mom corrected me the other night after she listened to my podcast for the first time. She listened to the origin story, and she thought it's very cathartic, and she was glad I shared it. So sorry, mom. Apparently, it was 13 months. So my mom and her brother are Irish twins. That's just kind of neat. And then 4 years later, my aunt came along. So there's that. We were talking, me and mom, and she told me about this concept. Now, she did this with her hands, formed a diamond, formed a pyramid. And she said to me, son, the greatest shape in the world is the triangle, the pyramid. It's three quadrants. It's one of the most equally balanced shape in the world. And that's why it's used so often in construction and life in general. And the power of threes, as they say, is very important. So she says to me, when you are unsure, form a diamond with your hands and see what you can see and focus on that. It's sound advice to live by. It's not anything too terribly new. I mean, Marcus Aurelius used to say to us, there is what is up to us and not up to us. The rest is in God's hands. Paraphrasing, of course. Mom has always been a fan of looking at the big picture. And a lot of times I get distracted by everything else that needs to get done or I think needs to get done. Like, I need to be on my phone. I need to be educated on the news and the world around us, the latest this, that, and the other. To why, I don't know. And it's come to my attention that I would do well to sharpen my saw with more calm, thoughtful things like stretching, meditating, and reading, and journaling. I have a whole pile of books that are dying for me to explore and to delve into. Marcus Aurelius also used to say that we need to wear the clothes of dead men and to live through them. Something like that. The point is he's trying to make is we would do well to learn from all sources of life. And if you can't meet, Marcus Aurelius or Sun Tzu or even Miyamoto Musashi, you can live through them, through their writing, and learn from them. So that's my suggestion to you guys. Put down your phone, put down the donut you're eating, and pick up a book. They're free. They're everywhere. At the library, they're on your bookshelf, they're underneath your table that you're using to prop it up. And just allow yourself to learn and grow and sharpen that saw so that you can help more people with your life. You can't help others unless you're willing to help yourself and see the value in yourself, as they say. So the message of this week is sharpen the saw. Read, eat well, meditate, journal, something that is just solely for you. Because when we work more on ourselves, it will bring greater dividends than working for others. Yeah. So this is going to be a short episode of Pulling Back the Curtain with Vinny Ali to see how it goes. I will try my best to do more varying story types, and we've definitely got some great interviews coming up, which we will work with Amir about. But this week, since Amir's out, we're going to try this new setup. I hope you guys like it, and thank you for your time.